And next we have When Hell Froze, Bloody Benny, book number 1, written by Forrest Minter. It is 211 pages, $3 even. It is available on Kindle Unlimited, and here's the author's very short description. Beneficence Church, also known as Benny, is a special forces operative against the demonic forces invading her people. That is, until a mission behind enemy lines goes awry. Now captive of the demons, what will be her fate? So there we go. There's actually not a lot of information there. I wouldn't have known it was a Liberty story, except that I took the time to actually look into it and read it. And that's the only, because the novel description there does not say anything about it, but there is a RPG mechanics after about the 22% mark in the story. It starts though as a general fantasy story. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be in another dimension, but it's regular humans fighting against demons and kind of like this seemingly endless war. At about the 20% mark rather, the main character is captured by the demons and is gifted with the D.E.V.I.L system. There's an acronym for it. It's an acronym for something, but it's an RPG upgrade system. So she has to decide what power she has, what echo she wants to use to either escape the demons or work with them to help them create peace or some kind of structure there. And so it was a very interesting setup there. So the main character is forced to work with the demons because their squad is held hostage, but it was actually interesting to see her learn about her enemy because she was raised to think about them a certain way. She was raised to see the demons as mindless killing machines, and she's fought them her whole life, but now she gets to see the other side of that coin. And it's kind of like this enemy me kind of scenario, which wasn't unpleasant. However, the thing that kind of made this not work for me was the fact that the RPG stuff doesn't start until like 22 minutes in the story. I'm like, that is way too long for you to expect me to stick with this story without giving me some kind of little bitty stuff there. But once it's there, it's an okay system. It's not like revolutionary. The author includes lots of descriptions, lots of information, different ways to increase like the power structure, whether it's from gaining demonic followers or from killing enemies. There are different ways to apply points to gain these new powers, and that's perfectly fine. They're clear descriptions. And while I think that the story premise is interesting, the action is well done. It was kind of a challenge for me because one, I never really came to care about the main character. The beginning of the story just kind of drops you into the story road without giving you any kind of setup for it. The main character is already adult. She's already in the special forces unit. And you're just like, oh, here's the thing. I care about this person without giving you a reason. Like, eventually you get some backstory that may make you like sort of care about the main character. But by that time, 30, 40% halfway to the story, I don't really care that she succeeds or fails. Again, it's not poorly written. It's just that I wasn't invested in it. So even though I read the rest of the story, and again, the action is nicely written, I enjoyed that portion of it. It was never enough to really keep me engaged and keep this on like the good side of my scale, particularly. Again, overall, not a bad story. Just didn't work for me. Again, I mentioned all the things that were issues for me. So there you go. And the rushed ending didn't really help out for me. So for me, this was just kind of a miss. Again, not a bad score, not boring. It just didn't work for me with a score of 6 out of 10. When Hell Froze, Bloody Benny, book number 1, with the score of 6 out of 10.